One of Israel's best-known football clubs has acquired its first Muslim players, triggering fears of violence and reopening the debate over how to deal with racism in the sport. Well, Joshua Mitnick is joining us from Tel Aviv. Joshua, Beitar Jerusalem is hiring 2 Chechen Muslims, and it really does seem to have stirred things up out there.
That's right. Beitar's fans are notoriously anti-Arab and anti-Muslim, and when they found out about the decision by the club management, a group of fans unfurled a banner at a football match on Saturday, vowing that the club should remain pure forever. And this came on the eve of International Holocaust Remembrance Day, and it really stirred up some soul searching here. And several prominent politicians denouncing this. And then it spiked tensions because Beitar played a match last night against an Israeli Arab town in Jerusalem, and there was real concern about violence.
Well, I mean, I gather that even the president, Shimon Peres, as you said, got involved in denouncing the fans and their behavior. The club itself has said that, you know, they do not have a policy, they don't run a policy of not hiring Muslims. Yet, you know, what is the position with other clubs? Why is Beitar sort of standing out here?
Right. Well, Arabs make up about 1/5 of Israel's population, and for years they've been fixtures on the other teams, but Beitar has historic links to a hardline stream within Israeli politics, which has historically, ideologically been opposed to territorial compromise. And so it naturally attracted a politically hardline fan base, and so through the years, for one reason or another, you know, activists for coexistence say it's an explicit de facto policy of discrimination. They've never had an Arab or Muslim player, and when Arab and Muslim players come to Beitar Stadium to play, they're routinely booed and taunted.
I mean, it's interesting because the club is actually owned by a Russian, Arkady Gaidamak, and it looks as if perhaps he's trying to change this.
Right, that's what he said, but he's also come under criticism because he's owned the team since 2005, and back when in his first days of ownership, a newspaper broke the story that a prominent Israeli Arab soccer team from the national team was willing to become the first Arab player to play on Beitar, and it didn't happen. So there's criticism that, you know, wondering why now, why not earlier. So there are a lot of questions being asked about you know, his motives. That, you know, 6 or 7 years into his tenure as owner.
I mean, it's also interesting that people are now suggesting that perhaps the club should be considered illegal because of this, or as an illegal organization because of this racism. Right.
Well, the Arab and Jewish coexistence activist that I spoke to said that he thinks that the club should be considered, you know, illegitimate was the word that he used. He said that he hopes for a domino effect in which public figures, more and more public figures, would come out against the club and denounce this de facto policy.
Brilliant. Josh, that's all we have time for at the moment. Thanks a lot for joining us.